Hey everyone. And welcome back to the channel. If you're short on time but need your supernatural fix, you're in the right place. Today we're breaking down Season 2, Episode 7, The Usual Suspects. This episode throws a major curveball at our favorite brothers, putting Sam and Dean right in the crosshairs of the law as prime suspects in a double murder. Let's dive in. Instead of starting with a monster hunt, this episode opens with a look back at the Winchesters' long history of brushes with the law. All the aliases, the break-ins, you name it. Cut to the present, and Sam and Dean are exactly where their rap sheet suggests they might end up. In police custody in Baltimore, FBI agent Henriksen is convinced they're guilty, grilling Sam and rehashing Dean's troubled past, trying to drive a wedge between the brothers. Sam and Dean were actually in Baltimore investigating the death of Anthony Giles, an acquaintance of their father's. They suspected something supernatural was at play. While talking to Anthony's wife, Karen, she mentioned he'd had a vivid nightmare about a woman with dark red eyes just before he died, sounding suspiciously like a vengeful spirit. While investigating Tony's office, Sam finds strange, repetitive writing. Hulps Dana Dana Schulps. Dean quickly realizes it's an anagram. Things take a dark turn when Dean goes back to check on Karen Giles. He finds her murdered too, and is caught by the police right at the scene. Now both brothers are facing serious charges, with Dean potentially facing the death penalty. While in jail, Dean manages to pass the anagram clue Hulps Dana Dana Schulps to his lawyer, instructing him to get it to Sam. During his interrogation, Dean decides to give a sarcastic, rambling confession about vengeful spirits, slyly mentioning that the anagram Hulps Dana Dana Schulps could be rearranged to Ashland Street, suggesting that's the source of the haunting. Local detective Diana Weineck is initially skeptical, but soon starts experiencing strange phenomena herself. She sees the word hilts appear on a foggy mirror and notices a strange bruise appear on her wrist, just like the victims. Sam, having received Dean's note and conveniently slipped away from custody, meets with Weineck. He confirms her suspicions about the supernatural attacks and the significance of the wrist bruises, convincing her that a ghost is responsible. Convinced by Sam and her own terrifying experiences, Agent Weineck agrees to help him investigate the Ashland Street address. They search a dark alley and find bloodied clothes and a broken weapon. Weineck then sees the ghost of Claire Becker, not attacking, but seeming to point them in the right direction. Following Claire's guidance, Sam finds a bricked-over doorway hidden behind a shelf. Using an EMF detector, they locate Claire Becker's body hidden inside. On Claire's body, Weineck finds a familiar necklace, one given to her by her partner, Pete. The horrifying truth is revealed. Pete is the real killer. He murdered Claire to cover up his drug use, then killed Anthony and Karen when they got too close to the truth, framing the Winchesters. Just as they piece it together, Pete takes Dean from custody, planning to execute him out in the woods. Sam and Weineck race after them. Weineck confronts Pete, who confesses his crimes. As Pete tries to shoot Weineck, Claire's ghost appears, startling him and making him miss. Claire then touches Pete, killing him and finally getting her justice. With Pete dead, Weineck decides to protect the Winchesters, reporting that Pete confessed to framing them and letting Sam and Dean escape, warning them they're still wanted elsewhere. A grateful Sam and Dean head off, back on the road to hunt the next monster, leaving behind a shaken but newfound ally in Agent Weineck. This episode was a fantastic twist, showing the human element of their hunts and giving the brothers a brief moment of peace from the law, thanks to a good cop who saw the truth. That's it for The Usual Suspects. If you enjoyed this recap, hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you next time.